It's 11:30 Friday. I'm just gonna go see if I can get the pass that they were supposed to make for me. But last night, after I did all that helping her park, and then I went to bed at like 1:30, the girls woke me up, I don't know when, 4 or 5 in the morning to let me know they were leaving. And then they took Delsey's pass, because I guess she wanted it as a souvenir or something. And they took the mic flag for VIP. And then I woke up this morning, I heard a bang. I was standing in my living room, just sort of staring. I'm like, why is there some stuff that she's left, like a thing she's going to return to Best Buy? It looks like a tripod in a box. And then she came out of her bedroom and she's like, she didn't expect someone to be there. I'm like, I didn't expect you to be here, I was thinking. So, and now Anna has stayed. We are hooked up. There's a press conference right now. I'm going to go upstairs and put on pants quickly, and then come down to that, and then I'll probably go back upstairs and go to sleep.
The question is, I'm sorry, I'm asking too much question.
Okay,
I'm good.
Yeah.
Okay.
Okay. Sorry, what was the?
I think it's a fantastic.
Susannah was 21.
Yeah. I think I'm done now anyway. I think no labeling, okay?
Yeah,
No
it's a
labeling.
story about labeling.
No, what I'm saying is I think look, I think it's a beautiful car for somebody at the beginning of their career where, you know, it's kind of
It's a dream.
it's a beautiful car.
There's no freedoms here. This woman agrees with me. That's what she was saying. No freedoms. A girl I met this week, I was gonna film her, and she's a reporter, but she didn't come, and they wouldn't let me in because we didn't RSVP.
Who do you work for? Like, you're independent, freelance?
Well, I met this girl on Instagram a couple of days ago who's with VIP TV in Miami.
Oh, she's Spanish from Miami?
She speaks Spanish, Ana Maria Reyes. Yeah.
Oh, she's from Colombia, huh? You seen an actor, yeah?
Yeah,
Oh,
I've seen
okay.
Oh, you've seen me acting?
No,
Or at actor things?
No, in the streets.
In Wellesley?
Yeah.
Oh, really?
Around.
All right, what's your name?
Elvia.
Elvia. And you are the ambassador of love, you were just telling me.
Yes, I am telling you, 3 years ago, my heart and God probably choose me to be ambassador of this great country, Canada. And I say I love everybody in Canada, everybody.
And who's this?
My son.
Hello, son. Yeah, he's
Hello.
telling me I gotta go to Peru.
Yes.
And I gotta try the ceviche, fresh from the ocean. Awesome, so that's great.
And the empanada.
Empanada? Oh man, I'm gonna get so fat again. All right. So I guess there's so many people that want to be press and do this stuff.
That's the thing. I was surprised I even got in.
Yeah.
Because I had applied the year before and it didn't, and then in between that year and this year, I did all these film festivals and everything, and I said, let's just apply. I think that's why I even had put Delsey the second name.
Yeah.
Because I'm like, we're not gonna get in.
Yeah.
And then they're like, you're approved. I was like, oh my god. So I'm like, all right, I have to do the investment because my company doesn't fly me. So it's this whole issue that like now I'm like, I don't want to screw it up for next year.
Okay. Chloe. How was it talking to Chloe?
She is such a dog.
So that is the cartoon I drew for Chloe G. Moretz. What's the G for? I forget. Grace. And I was going to give it to her like at the end of the line when she was done the interviews, but I didn't want to run after her. She seemed busy. But I did thank her for being an encephalitis superhero, and I thanked her for replying on Twitter. She quoted my tweet this morning, and it's already got like hundreds of likes and retweets. Russ just said that was very good, and he's like, wait, you were doing that on the flow? Yeah, I bashed out those in 3 seconds. I had one for Chloe, one for Susannah. They were kind of the same in case I, didn't grab the right one or whatever. And then this is Garrett, the director. His initials are GB as well. I guess I should have handed it to him, but I didn't want to look unprofessional. Be like, here's a cartoon I drew for you. But
also, that witch nose, I mean...
Yeah, that's the one. I was going to change it. This was the first one I drew. And then I do that. I'm like, oh,
See,
cute
that's,
little
yeah,
nose.
keep them pretty, keep them pretty. See, that one, it's like, oh, they're
Yeah,
both pretty.
they're both pretty, I
This
know, that
one,
one.
it's like, I wonder which one Chloe Moretz is.
Yeah, exactly. Okay, a successful interview by Maria. Who the hell's Maria? Okay, Anna Maria.
my name.
Oh, right, Anna Maria. I'm like, there's a Maria somewhere. And now we're going for a sushi burrito, which she had last Thursday, and it's basically the only real food she's had all week. I've lost 4 pounds myself just in the past couple of days. So there's Yelena, who I asked if I could be her assistant last month, and she just got back to me yesterday. And now we're letting her in. See if she'd let me be her assistant, I could have carried her stuff.
You got the proper dress.
Yeah, right?
And there's the comfortable shoes that I was telling her about. I'll show you a screen grab of our exchange. It's kind of funny that she's here now.
My producer and camera are right there. Sorry, can you
Here, let me talk to this guy.
Sorry. Yeah.
Live right now, and I was all the way at the other side, well early enough, and my producer Nigel and my camera are right there waiting for me.
They're inside. Keith and Ronnie have already passed them.
Yes, but you know what? We're in our Facebook Live right now, so
Unfortunately, we just can't. While the talent's on the carpet, we can't have anybody go in and out. I'm really sorry.
Amy, can you let me hear, and I will not cross over all the lines. They'll do the Facebook Live from my phone. I have 40 people in CBC that have arranged.
Let me check how far they are down the line.
Can we follow her? Yeah. Yeah, exactly.
I'm with her.
I'm her buddy. We're her assistant. We're carrying her camera. I think I talked her in. I helped there.
I need you to come with me very quickly.
Thank you so much.
Oh, and there's our friend Melissa. There's Keith Richards there, legend, here to talk about his Cuba movie, Olé.
Just doing the best we can and enjoying it, you know.
Did you learn any Spanish?
Hi there.
Ah, sí.
I can give you some really bad Mexican.
That's all right.
How are you?
There we go.
What an eye-opener is for fans all over the wrestling world to see how they react. Got a blues album coming too, which is going to be
Oh,
wicked.
nice. We'll buy it. Did you learn any Mexican?
Cheers.
See, Keith knew a word.
We're on Facebook Live right now.
Live. Well,
What is Ron Wood's secret to getting satisfaction out of life?
well, I think I make myself happy by making the people happy through making happy music.
Well, we barely made it, but we made it.
Yeah, we made it. We don't do things easy here. So there's Yelena, the entertainment reporter for CBC. I messaged her last year, I think during TIFF, can I follow you around, see what you do? I think she replied back, I'll talk to you later. So a year later, I said, hey, TIFF's coming up again. Could I be your assistant? Could I carry your bags? And she just got back to me yesterday saying, hey, no, that's okay. I have to suffer or whatever. I'll show you a screen grab of it. And then, or maybe I won't. And I had messaged her. I said, hope you're wearing comfortable shoes. And I changed that a few times. I was like, oh, maybe I shouldn't say that because that sounds like, you know, is that like an insult, like saying somebody's lesbian or something? I don't know. I wasn't sure if that's kosher. But I put it back to that because I was like, no, it makes sense. Comfortable shoes, whatever. And then she is wearing comfortable sneakers, and I'd like to think that they are my idea. Here we are at the Roy Thompson Hall. We just interviewed Keith Richards and Ronnie Moon from the Rolling Stones. Not Ronnie Moon, is that his name? Is it Ronnie Moon? Ronnie Wood. Keith Moon, Ronnie Wood. Okay. So my friend Maddie Pereira, who I met at my friend Lisa's party a few months ago, she just texted me like, are you at TIFF? And I said, yeah, I'm on the red carpet to the Roy Thompson Hall. She's like, oh, I'm the Roy Thompson Hall too. And then I just messaged her. I said, hey, I'm in the front row if you want to look down and see me. She's like, I'll be in the front row. I don't know why she has a row of seats with her name on it. Well, yes, I do. That family, that's how they roll it.
How much fun must it have been to follow the Rolling Stones? Sadly, the director Paul Buckle could not be with us tonight.
I think he actually said more to me when I asked him if he learned any Spanish. Here I am waiting for Anna Maria to come back from the washroom. I'm making friends with my seatmates, my TIFF volunteer friends who are sitting beside me. I just was telling him about Keith Richards saying, I could give you some bad Mexican, and then we laughed at the fact that, wait a minute, they speak Spanish in Mexico. And then this woman beside me has a cousin or something who does repairs and went to repair Keith Richards' dishwasher in the bridle path and said, Keith is very nice. Cool. Well, maybe I'll come for that crazy ring nonsense.
Crazy ring nonsense. That's a pretty good synopsis.
Yeah.
Lord of the Rings.
Could be worse.
That crazy ring nonsense.
Yeah.
You could be having a cold beer in the next hour.
This is Josh Rackless for VIP TV, and we're here on the red carpet for Dog Eat Dog, directed by Paul Schrader and written by Matthew Wilder, the aptly named Matthew Wilder, which I think you'll find out when you hear what the movie's about. It's Josh Rackless for VIP TV, and who do we have here?
Matthew Wilder. I'm the screenwriter of the movie Dog Eat Dog.
The aptly named Matthew Wilder. I was thinking when I was reading the description, I don't even know.
Like you were going to break your stride or something?
Well, I was like, no, because your name was Wilder, and it sounds like a very wild movie.
It's a wild movie.
See, I'm a writer myself. I come up with things like that.
Wild movie. The movie starts with him being called by a telemarketer, played by me, who annoys him, and he does a few bumps of meth, and it's eventually enough to fuel him to go on a killing spree.
And when you wrote this, were you thinking there's no way this will ever get made, or were you?
It's a movie about 3 guys with guns. How are you not going to get that made? I mean, really. I've written scripts about women, sobbing in a bathroom.
And which do you prefer writing?
Honestly?
Yeah.
Chicks sobbing in the bathroom.
Really? You're very sensitive.
Around a bunch of hot chicks sobbing in the bathroom, or a bunch of middle-aged guys with guns. Come on, be honest.
Enough said. Well, if you need an assistant or like a telemarketer in your next women sobbing bathroom,
telemarketer in the women sobbing movie. I like that.
And who do we have here?
Paul Schrader,
the director of Dog Eat Dog. And I was just talking to the writer, and he seems a bit unhinged. So I can imagine this movie was quite the experience.
well, I've been doing it a while. I don't know what would unhinge me anymore at this point. I have been involved over the decades and in some important and prestigious films.
Yeah, you wrote Taxi Driver, Raging Bull.
This is not one of them.
There you go. Difficult for me to articulate.
Well, I think she's just thinking if you happen to be filming her asking the question, and it's not anything you would use anyways.
But I think the issue is, in these situations, it's not like I'll be honest, if it's like we've all got a 5-minute interview with the director like tonight,
yeah, and
I just happen to be shooting someone else's for B-roll,
yeah,
and it's like, well, it's just going to end up on the cutting room floor.
Yeah.
That's one thing.
That's what I thought it was.
No. It's literally, it's not that. It's literally Jennifer Garner was put in front of us, and they say, right, 1-2 questions each.
Right.
And I didn't even get to ask her a question because of the time, because Anne-Maria jumped in first.
Right. We actually sat outside for at least an hour and a half and had a really good chat. He's a sweet guy. I asked him how he got into this, and I heard his life history, how he started his own company, and I heard about how much he loves his wife, and how they have worked through some difficult health things lately. When I told him about my last girlfriend, he's like, why didn't you marry her? Like, she sounds great. I'm like, yeah, kind of screwed up. And I was saying, I always thought, well, no, I'm going to get rich and famous, and I'm going to marry Jennifer Lawrence. And he's like, she's just a regular person, and, girls in the industry, they care about money and stuff. That's not the kind of person you want to be with. I said, well, let me know if you know any girls in England. He's like, yeah, but they're in England, they're across the ocean. I'm like, I can travel. Anyways, he was like, yeah, people are always like, oh, let me know if you got a job in England, I'll just fly right over, but it doesn't make any sense. And Maddie invited me to a party, but I was talking to Russ, and it's probably a better thing. Parties are loud, but I'll hang out with Maddie another time, hopefully. And Anna says she's out having a drink somewhere, so maybe I'll come see her. Hopefully she'll be proud of the footage I shot myself for VIP TV Miami. Miami Josh is back. That's a reference to Miami Josh from 10 years ago when I was first on Facebook. I was posting about being in Miami shooting a commercial. And I was Miami Josh there, I think. I know I was LA Josh in LA. I was probably Miami Josh. And anyways. Oh my God, I just had the realization that I think I talked to my phone because I don't have a girlfriend. I don't have anybody to go home and talk about my day to. So I just tell my phone everything, even though I'm probably never gonna post any of this stuff, because who cares? Is that sad? I'm kind of like Tom Hanks in Castaway, talking about volleyball. Oh God. Russ said, we were talking about Woody Allen. I'm like, oh, I'm kind of like Woody Allen. He's like, you're not quite as neurotic, I don't think. Little does he know